hello and good morning. It is Saturday, March 7th. We want to welcome everyone to Powerlifting America Open Nationals Day 3, presented by A7. We are here in lovely Lake Tahoe. I'm Kyle Ford, and I'm sitting next to with my colleague.
It's Bill Coyne. We're back for day 3. Kyle, we had a really exciting daytime session yesterday, and we have 2 of them today. Expecting a lot more action, especially in this first session. Platform 1, we've got the equipped women. All equipped women, all weight classes over on Platform 1, which includes some people hitting the platform for the first time since their World Games performance back in August over in China. And on the other platform, we've got more raw women on number 2 there.
Yes, and with that, it looks like we got both squats ready to go. We got Stephanie on Platform 1 and Kennedy on Platform 2. Stephanie opening with 75. We got Kennedy with 120 on the bar this morning.
So yesterday on Platform 1 with the women, we saw some great attempt selection. Both weight classes, the 63s and the 69s. Didn't see any bomb outs. And Kyle, I think over on Platform 1, we didn't even see anybody miss 2 attempts out of any lift. I think everybody at least went 2 for 3 over there. It's a little shakier over on the men's platform for the 83 kilo class, but still some outstanding performances over there. As the first 2 lifts of the day are good. Got Ava Lacasse, Platform 1, opening at 115, well below her personal best of 137.5. Megan Patterson opening at 140, also well below 15 kilos below her personal best. So seeing conservative openers here to begin the first flight, session 1 today.
Good depth there by Ava on Platform 1.
Hits the bottom position hard, stands right up with it. And likewise, no struggle there for Megan Patterson. As we go to Elise Yeager over on Platform 1. 145 for her opener. Jessica Morrison, 140 for her opener on Platform 2. Just 2.5 kilos under her personal best, wearing the full length, full leg singlet. This is pretty close, and somebody who's been in the sport for a while. She's been competing for 5 years, since 2020. So this is a pretty, I don't see how aggressive this opener is, given that it's just 2.5 kilos under her personal best. This Yeager over on Platform 2 takes 145. Yeah, no problem for Elise. Yeah, that looked pretty good right there. So it's looking like Jessica's going to be good for a personal best on her second attempt. So go to Anna Gonzalez, Platform 1 out of San Antonio, Texas.
Opening with 145 today.
Anna, somebody who's competed both raw and equipped, and she's going equipped today. She's got that blue Titan Centurion on. Got the gold label knee wraps. And some Rogue Dewins on her feet as Deborah Youssef out of Columbus, Ohio.
Very new to the sport, opening with 150.
I think one of the few people in the powerlifting world from Columbus who didn't stay in Columbus this weekend for what you might say is the superior event here in Lake Tahoe.
It is, yes. We are at Nationals here today.
Yes, we are. Yeah, full open Nationals. That was a good lift for our first equipped lifter of the meet. On Platform 1 there is Celeste Ulicki from Brooklyn, New York. Relatively new to the sport. First meet was just back in August. And she is opening with a 50 kilo competition PR. Starlyn Simon.
Opening with 192.5.
Yeah, well below her competition PR, 205. As Celeste blows up a competition PR to open with.
A little bit of a grind there for Starlin, but 3 white lights.
Yeah, not easy, but smooth. Definitely some gas in the tank. Be interesting to see how big of a jump she makes on her second. So again, that was still 12.5 kilos below her competition PR. We got Liza Tesler from Los Angeles, California, 152.5, 20 kilos below her personal best. We have Amaris Garza opening with the PR.
Yes, 195.
This would be a 5 kilo PR. As Eliza gets her first lift in. Amaris Garza going for a 5 kilo. Oh no, look at that.
That was smooth.
That sure didn't look like a PR lift, pretty easy. 5 kilo, 11 pound personal best. 1 red from one of the side judges, but 2-1. Good enough to get her into the meet. As Antara Jackson gets set up. 160 kilos for her opener, 20 kilos under her personal best. Veteran of the sport, 14 meets in 7 years. Done 5 national team events. Somebody very well versed, knows her way around the platform. Julia Pandolfi out of Fort Myers, Florida, gets set for 207.5, 7.5 kilos under her personal best. As Antara stands up with 160 kilos, 3 white lights. So far, so good. No missed openers in the first session.
It's been rather smooth this morning so far.
So far, so good. It's good for the spotters. Don't have to do any extra work so far. Keeps them fresh. As we get back to the top of the order. Back to the top of the order with Kennedy. We had a lot of great lifters, a lot of female lifters out of Portland, Oregon. And Kennedy Pop is another one of them. Has got Brianna Pope over on platform 1, opening with a 2.5 kilo PR.
That's going to be 3 whites for her.
Pretty easy over there.
Yeah, Kennedy coming with 130, just 5 under her personal best. Wearing the green A7 singlet today. She gets settled in for her second squat attempt.
The bar keeps rising over on platform 1. We've got Caitlin Corpus open to 192.5 with a personal best of 225. That's just a hair, few pounds under 500 pounds, 496 pounds personal best squat. And just relatively new to the sport too, only been in here for a year. And just last competed in February, so pretty quick turnaround for her. She looks open 192.5. And Kyle, actually, it looks like, I don't know if the jury overturned this, but it looks like Megan Patterson was red lighted on her first attempt, I'm assuming for depth.
Looks like she'll be trying 140 again on this second attempt, though.
Yeah, she stood up with it all right. We noted it looked a little heavy the first time, a little bit of a challenge, but still 15 kilos under her personal best. Coming out of Brooklyn, New York, so one of those other lifters had to make a transcontinental trip to get here. Not only that, but Brooklyn, she's coming from sea level as well. As Kimberly Johnson sets up on platform 1. Kimberly been in this sport for a dozen years. Whole Johnson family, very strong. We're going to see her brother, Noah Johnson, hit the platform on Saturday. Both of them World Games competitors, veterans at the international level. As she opens with 205. Kimmy looks pretty happy with that. The judges are too, 3 whites. And now we get multi-time IPF Open World Champion Kelsey McCarthy opening at 225 on platform 1. Jessica Morrison.
Taking 150 for her second attempt. This will be a competition best for Jessica.
Yeah, that opener at 140 looked real fast, real smooth. And yeah, that's a great looking second attempt. Nice 7.5 kilo PR.
Yep, Kelsey on platform 1, 225.
Kelsey, great technical lifter, hits that little dip at the bottom to get to depth. 3 whites for a 496-pound opener for Kelsey. But she's hit much bigger weights in the past. Be interesting to see what she takes today. As Deborah Yusuf gets set up on platform 2, she opened with a 10-kilo PR. It's going to give her another 10 kilos on her competition best as we get back to the top of the order on platform 1 with Stephanie Bourquin.
Good lift there by Deborah. Stephanie going for 82.5. This would be a new PR for her if she can hit this. Stephanie's been competing for about a year now.
That first meet was just about a year and a half ago, September 2024. As she gets 3 whites for a 2.5 kilo platform PR. Yeah, Starlin Simon again, got her opener in. It didn't look easy. This is still, it's 5 kilos up from her opener, still 7.5 kilos down from her personal best as, yeah, just gravity looking a little too strong. Another lifter coming across the country, came from Canton, Massachusetts. You know, it's been interesting to see, Kyle, how much, not just the travel, but the different ecosystem for some people has been affecting them. Now, I have to say, coming from Albuquerque, you know, we're at elevation. Albuquerque sits about 5,000 feet above sea level. Not only that, it is a desert. And so even though the elevation isn't much of a difference, somehow it definitely feels a lot drier here. Definitely seems to be some athletes struggling with hydration, dealing with the elements.
I was talking to some lifters yesterday after the primetime session, and they were talking just about the lack of humidity in the air here and how that can affect their bench a little bit, just because the pad's a little bit drier than sometimes they're used to being from like the Florida region.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And it's surprising given that we're next to, outside of the Great Lakes, the largest body of water in the United States. But yeah, it is especially dry here. Been very surprised by that. Now, as far as what we've seen on the platform, hasn't been too big of an issue. Nobody passing out, nothing too dramatic. We did see one lifter yesterday take a little bit of a tumble after a hard-fought third attempt deadlift, but everything looks good so far. As Julia Pandolfi out of Fort Myers, Florida, going for a 2.5 kilo PR. Elise Yeager from Taylor, South Carolina on platform 1. Yeah, came up with it. Weight wasn't a problem. It looks like didn't quite get to depth. Not low enough to convince the judges. So Elise sets up with 5 kilos under her personal best. Going for 157.5 kilos there.
And that looked quite fast for Elise there. That's 3 white lights for her.
That looked good. So I would expect her to at least jump 5 kilos to tie her PR, if not 7.5 to chip her PRs. We get back to the top of the order with Kennedy kicking off third attempts.
Third and last attempt here for Kennedy, hoping for 135, which will tie her personal best.
Then we got Celeste, who already had a 50-kilo PR.
Shooting for 160 here on the second attempt.
Oh, yeah, no problem. No problem for Celeste. Definitely look low enough. The judges agree, 3 whites there. All right, this will tie Kennedy's platform PR, 135 kilos. And not quite today. She's 2 for 3, 130 kilos on the bar. Eliza Tessler going for 160 on her second attempt. So I think pretty reasonable jump, 7.5 kilos from her opener. Still 12.5 kilos down from her personal best. So again, based on her opener, should be a very doable Second attempt, yeah, real fast descent. Gets a good rebound coming up. Yeah, no doubt about it.
We got Megan Patterson on platform, too. Didn't hit the first, rebounded with the second. Now going for 147.5 on her third.
Yeah, well within her range based on the numbers, but hasn't looked at her strongest. Again, we talked about the different environment that so many of these lifters are used to. She's had to make a trip across the country, so stands up with it. But what are the judges going to say? Had trouble with depth on the first one. And yeah, unfortunately, head judge and side judge gave her red lights for depth. It's deep enough for one of the side judges, but need at least two of them. As Antara Jackson, national team veteran. Yeah, very strong, very smooth. She looks pretty happy with that. What did the judges say? Yeah, good lift. Still 10 kilos under her personal best. See if she goes on her third. It's Brianna Pope. Already opened with a 2.5 kilo PR on her opener there.
Shooting up to 180 on the second attempt. That's a huge jump.
That is a big jump, especially after a personal best already. But she's looking strong, looking fast.
It's Jessica Morrison.
Just good, not quite, not quite. But Jessica, again, already comes away with a 7.5 kilo platform PR. So 2 for 3, very much in the meat. Off to a good start there. It's Brianna Pope, 180 kilos. So be a 15 kilo platform PR. Brianna, relatively new to the sport, coming out of Houston, Texas. Yeah, great command of the weight, great technique there.
That 180 looked quite easy for her.
Yeah, let's see.
Yep.
Let's see where she goes next. If she'll load the bar to 400 plus pounds on her next one. She's just a little under it with 180 kilos. It's Deborah Youssef, Columbus, Ohio, 167.5. Opened with the 10 kilo PR. Took another 10. Oh, with room to spare. Wow, just crushing her squats there. So that's a 27.5 kilo improvement over her prior competition PR. So great performance so far from Miss Youssef. To go back to Starlin Simon.
It could not hit the second, attempting the same weight on the third, 197.5, just could not get the bar up, but.
Yeah, but we've seen a couple instances yesterday where lifters were able to turn around from not just a technical miss where the judges turned it down, but from where you just be a little bit more aggressive with the bar, or you make a slight technique change, and that can be the difference. Little changes can be the difference between a miss or a made lift. Let's see what Starlin does here. Is Caitlin Corpus, good lift at 202.5 on platform 1. Oh yeah, gets a little more rebound. Oh yeah, made it just a little farther out of the hole. She did hit that descent a little harder to get a little better rebound out of the bottom, but not quite enough momentum to get past that sticking point. But she's got one good lift. She's in the meat. As like with Julia Pandolfi, did not get her second attempt at 217.5, which would have been a personal best, as Kimmy Johnson
215.
looking to tie her personal best, 215 kilograms here.
This is a huge lift here for Kimberly. Has competed for quite a long time, well aware of the situation that she's in here at Nationals.
Yeah, I'm real excited to see what her brother Noah does on Sunday. Noah's been in the 93 kilo class for some time, multi-time national champ, outstanding lifter. He's moving up to the 105 kilo class for the first time at this Nationals. As Julia stands up with it, what did the judges say there? Yeah, no, it's just a little too high for the judges' liking. But again, she's got one good squat and she's in the meat. So yeah, so far nobody in danger of bombing, Kyle. Everybody's made it in with at least one good squat attempt. And again, I think the attempts have been good. We've really seen just a few misses on technicalities, really just some depth calls here. As Kelsey McCarthy, 235 on the bar, well under her PR of 274 kilos. It's very doable. Kelsey McCarthy, coached by Powerlifting America Executive Director Mike Zawalinski. Strong squat. Let's see what the judges say about the depth. Yeah, 3 whites. Good lift. Oh, yeah, aggressive finish for Amaris Garza.
Yeah, and that will leave her on top of the board.
Yes, it
after
will.
the squat session.
And that was a 30-kilo PR on her last attempt. Great finish for Amaris. Great finish there as we go to flight 2. Cecily Salazar out of San Antonio, Texas. 140-kilo opener below, 20 kilos below her personal best is Stephanie out of Sparks, South Carolina. Or sorry, no, is that New Hampshire? Nevada, Sparks, Nevada. Sparks, Nevada, that's what it is.
Coming in with 87.5 today.
Already hit a 2.5-kilo PR on her second attempt. Gets pulled forward a little bit out of the bottom, but is strong enough to keep it in the groove. Easy looking opener for Cecily, what do the judges say? 2 to 1, got a depth call on the side, but 2 whites is all you need. As we roll into the third attempt for platform 1. Ava Lacasse. Pretty big spread so far, taking 15-kilo jumps.
For a third attempt, yeah, 15 kilos is not a light jump. But she moves that bar.
Yeah, first 2 look very strong. That's a 7.5-kilo PR for her, 3 whites. As Pawnita Jones out of Westland, Michigan.
Opening with 155.
Good. Yeah, PJ Jones. Looks like she did a qualifier meet back in February because that would just about double her platform PR right there. Actually, would more than double.
That's ginormous.
So, looks like relative newcomer to the sport. But already putting up some big weights there is Francis Danielle Dosis. Coming to us from Hawaii. One of the few people having to travel from the West to get here. Well under her personal best, 27.5 kilos under her personal best is Anna Gonzalez, under 57.5 kilos. So give her a 10-kilo PR. Definitely gets it low enough, but not just stalls out of the hole. Gives it a good run, but not quite there. Comes away with 2 for 3, 2.5-kilo PR.
That was a great lift there by Francis on platform 2. Moved as smooth as can be for an opener.
Super strong, yeah. Again, good attempt selections so far from the women on both platforms here. As we've got the women's raw 84 plus kilo category on platform 2. And we have the women's raw 76 kilo class mixed in with the equipped women on platform 1 there.
Got Celeste taking a big 165 for her final attempt. We got Julia opening with 175 over on platform 2.
Julia, effectively a hometown meet for her, just from right up the road in Reno. Is Celeste. Had to work a little for that one, but not terribly difficult as Julia blows that one up there. Just 10 kilos under Julia's PR. We'll see if she goes to tie that or exceed that on her second. She's definitely got a lot of strength in reserve there. As you go back over to Elise Yeager, going for a 2.5-kilo PR. First 2 attempts look strong. Hannah Modick, 5 kilos under her personal best for her opener.
As we see Elise on-rack the bar. Hannah doing her opener at 180. Gets the start command.
That still looks like a warm-up there.
That was automatic.
A great fight from Elise. Sure looks good. What do the judges say? That good lift for 2.5-kilo PR. 3 for 3 coming out of the squats. Amanda Carroll opening at 185. Out of Kennesaw, Georgia. 20 kilos under her personal best. As Eliza Tessler takes 167.5. Both her first 2 attempts look pretty easy, and this is still 5 kilos under her personal best. Eliza, another one of those lifters coming down from sea level in a much more humid climate.
Yes.
But the the elements don't seem to have affected her at all as Amanda Carroll sets up. Got the bar over 400 pounds now for the first time on platform 2. 3 whites for Eliza, 3 for 3 coming out of the squat. And Amanda, that looks like a good opener. Judges say, yep, 3 whites there. So go to Antara Jackson. 2.5 kilos under her personal best.
Shooting for 177.5 for her final attempt.
Yeah, not the fastest, the most explosive lifter, but both first and second attempts look very smooth. Would expect her to be able to get this one up within her range. You know, 14 meets under her belt. Knows how to pick attempts as she drives right through it. Yeah, it didn't look too much more challenging than her second there. Maybe just saving a little bit of energy, a little bit of gas for the bench press and the squat. You know, that's another one, Kyle, a difference that you see between maybe some veteran lifters and some novice lifters of knowing that, you know, it's maybe not the best idea to put everything you have into your squat because you still have two more events. And at a national meet like this, it tends to run a lot faster, a lot more efficient than you see at the local level. So you don't have as much downtime between each of those individual events. You tend to roll right through it. So, you know, you think, oh, after the squat, I might have like a local level meet all this time, maybe an hour or so. But no, it's a pretty quick turnaround. So not only just from that perspective, but also just, you know, you don't want to put maybe everything you've got into the squat unless you're really going for a head-to-head battle here. Good strategy to maybe leave a few kilos in reserve on that third attempt, just as you've got some gas. There's Brianna Pope. Great technique there. Kept that bar in a perfect position through the top for 185 kilo squat.
You got Danielle Rowley-Jenkins opening with 200 over on platform 2 out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
Wearing the Georgia Bulldogs colors today.
Danielle Rowley-Jenkins is on.
Oh, yeah, 2-1. Welcome to Atlanta. Kyle, are you old enough to remember Ludacris?
I am, yes. We got Caitlin Corpez taking her final attempt, 207.5.
Yeah, still well below her personal best at 225. Maybe keeping it conservative here. Let's see how her third attempt looks. We get back to the top of the order. Kicking off second attempts is Cecily Salazar, 152.5.
As Caitlin grinds that one up. Let's see what the judges say. Yep, 3 white lights for Caitlin.
Yeah, interesting that it looked that difficult, but still below it. And we got a record attempt. We got a national squat record attempt.
Oh, wow.
From Kimberly Johnson.
222 kilos today. This is a huge lift for Kimberly Johnson.
This is just a hair under 4 times body weight for Kimberly Johnson. Kimmy weighing in at 56.74 kilos. She's got her father handling her over there. Also a veteran lifter there. Huge attempt from Kimberly.
Crowd is getting a little rowdy for her this morning.
Got 489 pounds on the bar. Kimberly weighed in at just 123 pounds. 123-pound lifter looking to take just under 500 pounds. As PJ Jones stands up with 165. Strong attempt there. Kimberly right command of the weight coming out of the rack. Definitely gets low enough, staying with, not quite enough momentum. And she tied her competition PR in her second attempt and gave that national record a good run, just not enough strength. But I'd say probably next time we see her on the platform, she'll be good for that, to take a national squat record. Kelsey McCarthy, again, still within her range. Not looking to hit any PRs here. 245 on the bar. 29 kilos under personal best is Francis from Hawaii, taking 180.
And that first one looked
damn. Oh, dive bombing it. looking like the great Shane Hammond, just throwing it down into the bottom, rebounding right up with it with authority. No fear whatsoever there. You see Kelsey McCarthy.
She's taking her time as she unracks the bar.
Like you said, Kelsey's won a few IPF World Championships. Definitely know what she's doing. She's also got the brains, the experience of Mike Zawalinski behind her as well. Hits that dip at the bottom, stands up with it. See what the judges say about the depth. 2-1, good lift for Kelsey. 3 whites across the board. Is now Julia Maka looking to tie her personal best. First one, blew that one up. Very intentional on the start of that descent. Oh, look at that. No different from her opener, Kyle.
185 on, and that looked easy. Yep, and the judges agree. 3 white lights for her. Great lift.
So let's see how she's feeling. That ties her competition PR. See her coach with a little notepad, making some notes over there to see what they decide on her third. As we go over to flight 2, kicking off with Contrita End Warrior. 147.5 kilo opener, 12.5 kilos under opener. Contrita, like myself, coming out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, representing the NTV Gains team out of the land of enchantment. Contrita also representing Strength House Gym on the east side as she stands up with authority on that opening squat.
As Hannah takes her second attempt to 190. It's a PR for her.
Easy
And,
PR.
Yep, 3 white lights. Easy lift there for Hannah.
Another aspect of the national platform, Kyle, is the adrenaline that you get, the nerves that you feel from being, you'll feel pretty much every time you're on a competition platform, but at a place like this, you feel it even more. And the experienced lifters are the ones that definitely know how to channel that into bigger lifts, how to really utilize that to hit bigger numbers. As you see, Emily Early out of Sherridsville, Ohio. Another equipped lifter there in that black Super Centurion.
Amanda, just cannot get the bar up there.
Not quite for Amanda.
I would still like to, I think she can get her third on that one.
I think so. Again, we saw that in the first flight. You just come back with a little bit more aggression, hit that bottom position a little harder to get a little bit more momentum. You know, that dive bomb technique is a very kind of do or die thing. It's like if you keep the bar in the right position. We talked about this yesterday. We saw it with a Buyang Zhou.
Oh, yeah.
Super aggressive style on all his lifts, all his attempts, and he made it work because he was so precise with his bar path, with his technique. But it's a little tougher if you don't really have that technique dialed in, not able to keep the bar in an optimal path. It can easily get thrown out of position if you're dive bombing squats, if you're letting that bar come down real fast, real hard at the bench press. So it can work, but it requires a good amount of precision and consistency in your technique. As Desiree Kramer out of St. Paul, Minnesota opens up successfully 170 kilos.
We got Danielle on platform too, taking a big second of 207.5. Grinds that one out. That's well above her competition PR.
Yeah, relative newcomer. Only been in the sport for about a little over a year.
And that's 2-1 for Danielle. Good lift for her.
Very good lift. Lauren Burns opened at a 170. 12.5 kilos under her PR. Coming out of Little River, South Carolina. With that same green kit we saw from Caleb yesterday, who had a great performance. Lucy McAvoy out of Oregon. A lot of great female lifters from Oregon at this competition.
We've seen a lot. Lucy taking 210 in her second attempt.
As Summer Smith also opening at 170 over on platform 1. Looks like a good lift for Lucy, what the judges say.
That's a good lift for Lucy. Cecily Salazar.
And they agree. Oh, very easy opener, 170 for Summer out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. 2-1, got one of the side judges, wasn't convinced about the depth. She got 2 whites, good enough to get her into the meet.
Platform 2, we have Cecily, who couldn't hit her second, moving up 5 kilos to 157.5. This is under her competition best. It's still a big lift.
Still a big lift, 2.5 kilos under her prior PR. Again, within her range. Yeah, Shona took a little work to get it out of the rack and get set up. And she fights for it, stands up with it, but now what do the judges say? Yeah, depth.
Depth.
Yeah, depth wasn't quite there. So strength is definitely there. Just need to sink it a little bit lower. PJ Jones, likewise. The strength was there. Just needs to sink it a little bit more as Danielle Lamarca getting set up with 185 there. Saw Natasha opening successfully with 180 kilos just before that lift on platform 1.
PJ Jones taking a big third opener, or last attempt on squat, 165.
Yeah, fights through it.
Gets the bar up. And the judges say, yes,
yeah,
3 white lights.
With some encouragement from the spotter there.
Yeah.
Always love to see them get fired up for those lifts. And great turnaround for PJ Jones after missing that second attempt. All right, we've got the one women's equipped open lifter in the 76 kilo class, Chelsea Green, opening with a 5 kilo PR. Prior best 180 kilos. She's opening at 185 kilos. It's Francis, 2 for 2 so far in the squat.
Who's just so quick with her squats.
Yeah, it's hitting it so hard. That was actually a little so.
Really bounces out of the hole.
Just dive bombing it, but she makes it work. And we talked about how that can be a very difficult technique to use successfully, but she does. That's Chelsea Green. That looks like not just a good opener, but a good 5 kilo PR, and the judges agree. 3 whites for her opener there. Rachel Malumba out of Riverdale, Maryland. Also opening with the PR, 7.5 kilo PR for her opener. 195, that's a huge opener.
And Amanda Carroll on platform 2. Third attempt, 195.
Now, similar technique as Francis, but couldn't quite make it work. She gave it a little better run on her third attempt than she did on her second, but not quite enough to get through the sticking point. As Rachel Malumba stands up with authority with 195 kilos. Very nice.
Yeah, Stephanie Brunkhorst from Wisconsin on platform 1.
Yeah,
opening with a PR, 197.5. Been competing for about a year and a half. Julia comes up for her third and final squat of the day.
Well, I know Stephanie's been in the sport for longer than that, but I think it's only because all her prior meets might be under her maiden name. So that's
okay. Okay.
But she's been in the sport for a number of years on the equipped side out of Neenah, Wisconsin. A lot of great equipped lifters that have come out of that Neenah, Oshkosh, Appleton area, right around Lake Oshkosh. And that looked pretty easy. What do the judges say there? Yeah, good lift, opening with a 2.5 kilo PR there.
Bar is loaded on platform 2 for Hannah. Attempting 197.5 here.
Yeah, she's blown up both of her squat attempts. I'd expect this to look no different. Already hit a 5 kilo PR on her second attempt. This would be 12.5 kilos over her prior personal best. As Emily Early stood up with 150 kilos on her first one. Didn't look too difficult, but judges weren't quite happy with it, with the depth there. Yeah, great. Oh, yeah, she's happy about it, as she should. What do the judges say?
Yep.
Yeah, 3 whites. Great performance from Hannah so far.
Big lift here for Emily. Didn't get the opener. Attempted the same weight on the second attempt.
She got a good command of the weight there. Yeah, that still looks a little high. Let's see what the judges say. Oh, she got it. 2-1. Still got 1 red from one of the side judges there. It's Lucy McAvoy out of Oregon, looking to tie her competition best. First 2 lifts look pretty solid.
215 on the bar.
As we go back to Contrita and Warrior. 2.5 kilos under her personal best. Contrita representing Team NTV Games out of Nuevo Mexico. The land of enchantment is Lucy. Oh, not quite enough, nah. Looked like after that dip, she might have been able to reposition herself and save it, but it would have been a no lift anyway. It's Contrita, really strong second attempt, looking good for a platform PR there.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 whites, no doubt about it there. Go back to Danielle Rowley-Jenkins.
With a big third attempt, moving up to 215.
She's been real impressive today. Opened with a 17.5 kilo PR, that was no problem. Second attempt, 207.5, no problem either. Taking another, I think, a pretty good spread of attempts here at 7.5 kilo jumps from first to second, second to third. As Summer Smith blew up 170 kilos on her opener to tie her PR, takes us also a 7.5 kilo jump. Would expect this to be another smooth lift. Yeah, and sure enough, that's a smooth one for Summer. Let's see how Danielle handles 215 kilos. Powers through it. Had to fight for it. Now what do the judges say?
Yep.
3 whites, no doubt about it. Great lifting, 3 for 3 for her coming out of the squats. A relative newcomer too, but lifting like a veteran, lifting like she's been here before. Looking very confident. As that concludes the squats on platform 2. Got Desiree Kramer coming to us from St.
Takes the lead. Big shot. Wow, what a battle. And they are lighting it up on this platform. Sold out crowd. Got the money's worth today. She's still going. She's still going. It's that lockout. Gathers himself, takes the lead. That is big, big trouble. Wow, what a battle. And they are lighting it up on this platform. Sold out crowd. Got the money's worth today.
That was good. Went up another 7.5 kilos for a second. That was good.
Our bar is loaded on platform 2 to start our bench press of the morning. Megan Patterson opening with 60 kilos on the bar, her first attempt. Chelsea Green gets settled in for her final squat of the morning. 195. You know, she really takes her time to get settled in.
She does. She's definitely not cutting it quite as close. She got 15 seconds now here, as that's an easy opener at 60 kilos for Megan Patterson. Just 5 kilos under her personal best. Chelsea stands up with authority there. What do the judges say? 3 whites there, beautiful. 3 for 3, great lifting so far. PRs across the board for Chelsea as Natasha out of Washington, D.C. tied her PR on her second attempt, looking to take it up 7.5 kilos for her third attempt in that purple A7 singlet. It's Kennedy Pop of Portland, Oregon, opening with 5 kilos under her personal best, opening at 75 kilos. Yeah, not quite there for Natasha.
Give it up for Natasha Romeo.
racks to the bar, waiting for the start command.
It takes a while to get that signal from the side judges to start the lift, but doesn't seem to affect her at all. Easy opener there, 3 whites. To go over to Danielle Lamarck at 202.5 kilos on the bar. For Danielle, this will be a 2.5 kilo PR if successful.
Big lift here for Danielle.
Coming up, we just got a few more squat attempts, not quite there for Danielle. As Stephanie stood up with 205, but got reds for depth from both the side judges. Head judge thought it was good, so see if she can sink it just a little bit more as Deborah Youssef. Easy opener to tie her competition PR, 80 kilos. So we will see her attempt a PR on her second attempt. Question is how much of a PR will she be going for? Stephanie Brunkhorst is going to wrap up, I believe she will be the one wrapping up the squats. I take that back. We're going to have Rachel Malumba is going to wrap it up after Stephanie as the penultimate squat of the session here.
As Starlin Simon gets ready for her first bench, 82.5 today.
Yeah, that's an easy opener for Starlin. Hey, good walkout for Stephanie. Yeah, that one looks strong enough. Fights through that sticking point. She looks happy with it. And the judges are too. Way to bounce back, sink it just a little lower, and you heard the great James Townsend voice you might recognize if you watch these streams, calling out her depth. Handling her, James is the Equipped national team coach, owner of Elite Iron in Georgia. Great resource for our Equipped team. Jessica Morrison, oh no, she might be in trouble here. Opened with a 2.5 kilo PR. And she might be in trouble there. That's unless she's a little bit more aggressive, not saying she can't come back from his. Rachel Malumba, 207.5 kilos.
Grinds that one out. Yep, 3 white lights.
20 kilo PR to wrap up the squats on platform 1. Great squatting across both platforms, all the weight classes today. You got to see a little equipped lifting as well, as we need to make an adjustment to the rack height on platform 2 for Julia Pandolfi.
Her opening bench at 105, just 5 under her personal best.
Yeah, coming to us from Fort Myers, Florida. Very different. You know, we already talked about the difference in the environment here. I don't know if you could get any different as far as elevation and humidity levels go between Lake Tahoe and Fort Myers, Florida, but it's not affecting her at all. That's an easy opener for her. Amaris Garza, opening.
With a national junior bench record, 140 kilos for an opener.
That is a huge bench press. And that's still 2.5 kilos under her personal best. Fascinating. Yeah, not every day you see an opener.
Not at all.
For a record attempt, opening with a record attempt. 308 pounds on the bar.
She gets settled into the Aleco Sky Pad.
That's a heck of a way to start off the bench attempts here.
Gets the start command.
With authority. What did the judges say? Sure looks like a good lift. Oh, no. She gets 2 different cards. Red card from the side, one side, yellow from the other. Oh, the weight wasn't a problem. So it just needs to maybe clean a few things up technically, and she'll be back for it. Kyle, so we've talked already a little bit about how much the equipment can make a difference. You mentioned the Aleco Sky Pad. This is a new piece of equipment from Aleco.
Just about 2 years old now.
Yeah, so Could you say a little bit more about the difference there from the prior bench pads that we've used?
So the Sky Pad is a nice, soft pad. It really allows the lifters to kind of sink in to the bench. And we allow them to get nice and comfortable where it's not pushing too much on one side of the body. You can really get your shoulder blades kind of locked in where you can kind of drive that bench. As you talked about yesterday, the bench press is a lot more than an upper body lift. It requires, upper body, your core, driving from your legs. And this Sky Pad really just allows the lifters to kind of get that full momentum to kind of drive the bench out.
Yeah, and it's a fine line for the bench pad between being too hard and too soft. You know, if you're just benching against like a butcher block or a solid piece of equipment, it's not going to be very comfortable. Even though the surface itself is very stable, you yourself are not going to be very stable because you're not really, don't have anything to really sink into, help lock your upper back into. And then, of course, on the other side of the spectrum, the other extreme, if it's too soft, you have zero stability, right? So it's always about that fine line, and it seems like Alico has found a great medium between those two. The lifters really seem to like this new Sky Pad on the bench press.
Yeah, and as we talked about yesterday, a bench press and powerlifting is a lot more of a technical lift than what you will see at an everyday gym.
Yeah, absolutely. The equipment makes an enormous, enormous difference. This is something where, you know, you see something that is added along with the bench to the platform are those face savers, the spotter racks to the side of the platform there. Now, this might come as a surprise to some people. Those are a relatively new piece of equipment. For the longest time, the majority of the history of powerlifting, you didn't have anything to save you if something went wrong in the bench press. And Lord, there were lots and lots of horrendous accidents involving the bench press that could have been prevented with a simple use of a, really not a complicated piece of equipment there. One famous incident, if we go back in the history of powerlifting, the great Larry Pacifico, one of the all-time great lifters, 9-time IPF world champion, an accident in the bench press at a competition effectively ended his career. He was attempting a big bench press, somewhere up into the 500s without any equipment. Tore his pec on the way up, and the bar got so out of position it actually went back over his face, and he tried to, because they didn't have the face savers, he tried to throw it back kind of behind his head so it would miss his head. But what ended up happening was the bar came down on one side of the bench, caught his index finger on the crossbar and took off a chunk of his index finger, which destroyed his grip strength for the deadlift, and again, effectively ending his competitive career. He did come back for some other meets, but he was never quite the same. So a hard, almost tragic end to a great lifter's career from, again, if just put a couple spotter arms out there, you might be able to prevent that. Now, Jessica,
failed the opener.
Not making things easy for her. That's brutal. Oh, that is brutal. And unfortunately, you cannot lower any attempts. So we talked about the importance of really nailing your opener, and if anything, erring on the side of it being too light, because if you miss your opener because it's too heavy, man, you've got a real uphill battle to be able to get it back up.
Star Simon takes the bench. 87.5 for her second attempt.
Yeah, Starlin looking pretty strong. Well within her ability. Looked like she played it pretty conservative on her squat. Finished at 192.5, which is 7.5 kilos under her PR. That successful attempt there, 87.5, still a little under her personal best, as well as Julia Pandolfi. Open at 105, looked pretty easy. 5 kilo jump on her second to 110 kilos. This will tie her competition personal record if successful. She's also had a pretty strong meet.
Out of Fort Myers, Florida. 110 on the second attempt.
We just got about 3 minutes until we get to the bench presses over on platform 1.
Platform 1, there are no more changes to openers. No more changes to openers on platform 1.
You might hear Powerlifting America announcer Rick Fowler in the background announcing there can be no more changes to openers over on that first platform. So going back to talking about opener attempt selection. So when you first come to a meet, when you come in to register and you weigh in, that is when you put in your first attempts for all 3 of the lifts, the squat, the bench press, and the deadlift. And those are not necessarily set in stone. Say that you're not feeling that great in the warm-up room, or maybe you're feeling better than expected. You have a little bit of room to it. You've got some time up until 3 minutes before the flight starts to change it. But let's go back to platform 2, the live action here. Amaris Garza got up. Oh, and the jury ended up overturning that lift. So it was 2-1 no lift on her opener for that junior national record attempt.
Yeah.
Again, the weight was no problem. I was surprised that it was given reds by the side judges. But her coach made an appeal to the jury. So this is another thing you've got at national meets and international meets that you don't see at the local level. You can challenge a lift to the 3-member jury here. Well, they will review the initial call on the platform, very similar to a challenge in football, where you can have them review that play. And in this case, it was in Amaris's favor.
She's coming in with a second attempt at 144. This is a national junior bench record, a national open bench record. This is a huge lift, and the bar is loaded for her.
Yeah, just a little over her personal best. So as a junior, taking a shot at the open national record.
And this is just right above her personal best. This is a lift she should be comfortable with hitting.
Yeah, and she looked real strong with that first one, despite getting turned down for technical issues from the side judges initially on the first one. The weight did not look like a challenge, and no, beats the start command. Well, we'll see her come back for that, but just, we talked before, Kyle, about how the nerves can really get to you. And it looks like she maybe was just a little too antsy. Gotta wait for that head judge to give you that start command before you bring it to the chest. She looked pretty confident about it, getting under that bar. Looked real good bringing it down. But a no lift nonetheless. We'll see her come back for that. It's unfortunate we didn't get to see her take a real shot at that open national record as Stephanie out of Sparks, Nevada is going to kick off the bench press for platform 1. Megan Patterson having a good day on the bench. She just tied her PR in her second attempt, 65 kilos, taking an intelligent, conservative 2.5 kilo jump on her third. That's an easy opener for Stephanie Bourquin. Yeah, easy opener there. Ava Lacasse opening 12.5 kilos under her personal best. Conservative opener there.
So Megan gets settled into her last bench of the day. Grinding it out.
And not quite enough tricep strength to finish that one.
Still a solid day on bench for Megan. Hitting 2 out of 3. Very good lifts.
Yeah, very, very much in the meat. 3 more attempts in the deadlift to help build that total. And this is Jessica Morrison. Oh, this is not the right lifter here. No.
I think we're having a little technical.
We might be having a little technical issue. It's not the right lifter. I'm not seeing it. This is interesting. This is Kennedy, who is on platform 2, but we've got Jessica's name up there. I don't know if Jessica decided to pass on her third and drop out of the meet. And that is a Well, looks like a good lift. Yeah, it looks like we're having a technical error here. Seeing 2 thumbs up, 1 thumb down on that one for Kennedy.
That's a good lift. 2 thumbs up.
Yep, we had lifters go out of order there. Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, Jessica is waiting there, but Kennedy jumped ahead out of order. So their attempt, they had same weight attempt, but Kennedy jumped ahead, and now we've got it reordered so Jessica can take her attempt. As we see the first equipped bench of Open Nationals for Anna Gonzalez.
Opening with 80 kilos.
Coming out of San Antonio, Texas. This is 7.5 kilos under her personal best. Had a decent day on the squats. Finished at 150 on her second attempt, which gave her a 2.5 kilo PR. As got to pull the e-brake here on platform 2. Looks like 1, we're having a little tech issues with the lights for the judges as Anna gets 3 whites for her opener.
Here comes Jessica Morrison. Oh.
She looks ready.
Big bench for her.
Do or die attempt here, and it's real tough because first and second attempt barely budged off of the chest. Not saying it's impossible, but hope she can dig deep, come back and hit this. Jessica coming out of Shawano, Wisconsin. She had a good day on the squats. Had a 7.5 kilo PR there. And just not there on the bench. And that will take her out of the running. And she will not be able to post a total. As Brianna Pope opening with her PR of 90 kilos, blew that right up. Eliza Tessler opened at 100 kilos on the bench press, 15 kilos under her personal best. Eliza, good day on the squats, finished 167.5 kilos, which is pretty conservative, 5 kilos under her personal best, and all 3 of her attempts looked pretty smooth, pretty easy. So Eliza looking like she's just looking to build a total here with some intelligent and TEP selection. As Deborah Youssef out of Columbus, Ohio. It's her 3rd attempt bench. Strong drive for Deborah.
Yeah.
And that is a 7.5 kilo PR for her. Yeah, easy 220-pound opener for Eliza Tessler on platform 1. We go to Celeste Ulicki out of Brooklyn, New York. 102.5 kilo opener, 225 freedom units on the bar.
Star Simon takes platform 2. Final bench attempt at 90 kilos, just 5 under her personal best.
Yeah, Starlin looking good on the bench press so far today.
Had a good day on squat. Not her best, but still settling in.
Very strong 3rd attempt there. What did the judge say about it? 2 to 1. Yeah, good lift. Good lift right there. So let's take it now. 102.5. That's a smooth looking opener. Judges say. That's a good lift. We got 2 lights. Not sure what's happening to the 3rd one. Might be having another tech issue there with the lights as the bar is loaded for Julia Pandolfi.
112.5 for her final attempt, just 2.5 over her best.
Yeah, she tied it on her second attempt, 110, 242 pounds on her second attempt. I'm gonna bump that up another 5.5 pounds. Ooh, clips the rack. Ooh, went to rack, saved it there, but let's see if the judges are gonna knock her for it, and they do. Yeah, 2 to 1, and now Mars Garza going up again.
Oh wow, no way.
So beat the rack. She beat the start command on that second attempt.
She says, "I don't care."
Doesn't care.
Let's
just
move
looking
up.
for. Let's go up. Who cares if it's a national record? Doesn't seem to be feeling any pressure about this attempt here. So with that 140 kilo opener, that already gave her the national junior record. 144 would have given her both another junior national record and the open national record. And here we go, she's looking to, that missed attempt didn't seem to phase her, going up to 145.5. So you don't get to see those little quarter kilo plates every once in a while that have to come out from the jury table. But they are loaded for 145.5 as Antara Jackson opened at a 107.5. Blows it up, waits for her commands, and what do the judges say?
And
yeah, that's the national open and junior record. So lots more to come from her, a junior setting an open national record on the bench press. That's exciting to see, Kyle.
that is ginormous. Congratulations to her. I mean, she jumped the start command on the second one, did not let that phase her at all. Decided, you know what, I can hit this weight. I'm going to move up a little bit. I know what I have left in me. And just demolishes that third bench there.
And that was even after she initially got called down 2-1 on her opener, and the coach appealed to the jury and they gave it to her. So not letting some speed bumps get in her way on her road to that national junior and open record. Great lifting from her. As Cecily Salazar is going to kick off flight 2 on platform 2, and we see Kimmy Johnson opening up at about 2.5 times body weight bench press, 145 kilos, 7.5 kilos under her personal best. That looks like a good opener for Cecily at 72.5. Yeah, judges agree.
Kimmy Johnson on platform 1, 145. Easy.
Hey, good lift, good lift. We saw an open record attempt on the squat on her third attempt from Kimmy, but wasn't quite there, couldn't quite stand all the way up with it. And that was just a hair under a 4 times body weight squat attempt. Huge lift from Kimmy Johnson as we go to Kelsey McCarthy now.
Bar is loaded, 167.5.
Kelsey, 37 meets in her career, many of them at the international level. Incredible, incredible resume as a lifter here. She's been coached by Powerlifting America Executive Director Mike Zawalinski for a long time as well.
Julia crushes her first bench of the day at 80 kilos.
Yeah, easy opener for the effectively hometown lifter coming out of Reno, Nevada. That's a good lift for Kelsey.
Killed that one. Amanda Carroll up next on platform 2 out of Kennesaw, Georgia. 82.5 for her first attempt.
A little bit of a rough day in the squats. Another one of those lifters that really almost kind of dive bombs that squat to get a maximal rebound out of it. Worked pretty well, really blew up that opener, but not quite enough momentum to stand up with her second or third. Gave it a good run, but wasn't quite there. Very much in the meat with her first attempt. And a little bit of a challenge for Stephanie in her second attempt at 50 kilos. But a good lift nonetheless.
Good lift there by Amanda. Easy 3 white lights for her on her opener.
PJ Jones, very impressive squatting from her.
Opening for a huge bench here. 82.5 from her old best of 40 kilos.
Yeah, that looks like
42.5 kilo jump.
That looks like what you would call token attempts to get into nationals here. So it looked like she just did what she needed to do to be able to qualify and get here, because that meet was just a little over a month ago in February. So some very big numbers from her as a relative newcomer to the sport. But she's looking very strong, very confident, with a good 82.5 kilo opener. Yeah, great. She had some great squat attempts, great fights. on her second and third. It'd be great to see more from her in the future. A lot of talent there. As Elise Yeager setting up for 70 kilos. 5 kilo jump from her opener. This will be a 2.5 kilo PR if successful for her. That's Lucy McAvoy.
Open with a strong 102.5. Elise gets the bar up. Judges agree, 3 white lights for her.
Yeah, likewise, Elise had a great day in the squad too. Hard fought third attempt for a PR. And she was able to stand up with it. Lucy coming to us from up in Oregon, gets set up with 102.5. Anna Gonzalez out of San Antonio, Texas. And another lift, another equipped lifter, but had a pretty good day on the squats. Had a 2.5 kilo PR in her second attempt. Couldn't quite stand up with her third. Had a pretty easy opener at 80 kilo on her bench. She's going up 5 kilos to 85. 2.5 kilos under her PR, so very much within her abilities. As Frances Danielle Gnosis also had a great day on the squats. Very aggressive technique on the squat.
I'm curious if that's going to translate over to the bench here.
You know, I would assume so. You know, we talked about Buyang Zhou, which I think was maybe my favorite lifter of the daytime session yesterday. He had hit every single one. Yeah, she's a little bit more intentional on the descent there, but throws it back up at arm's length. I got a red light from one of the side judges for a technicality, but that weight was no trouble. She's got a lot more in reserve. Hannah also had a great day of squatting too. 3 for 3, came away with a 12.5 kilo PR.
Yep.
And she's opening pretty close to a PR. It's 110 kilos, 242 pounds, which is just 2.5 kilos, 5.5 pounds under her PR. Yeah, she's looking pretty strong today, though, coming to us from Coatesville, Pennsylvania.
And Hannah's projected to finish in second place right now. Big day for her, big lift for her right now as she opens up her bench.
Brianna Pope, 95 kilos. That gives her a 5 kilo competition PR with some strength and reserve there. Oh, Hannah with authority, looking like a warm-up weight right there. It's a great attempt selections from her today.
Bar is loaded on platform 1 for Celeste. Moving up to 105 on her second attempt.
As you get another very impressive squatter right here, Danielle Rowley Jenkins. Prior squat PR coming into this meet, 182.5. Finished with 215.
Oh,
so huge personal record for her. As Celeste drives up 105, looks good. What did the judges say? Yeah, 3 whites there.
Danielle hopes to tie her personal best with her first bench of the day. A big 125 on. Gets the start command. Moves it easily.
Yeah, with authority. 275-pound opener, no problem for Danielle. To go back over to Eliza Tessler. 110 kilos, 242 pounds for her. Again, still quite a ways under her personal best of 115 kilos.
Bar is loaded for Cecily Salazar. Her second attempt at 80 kilos today.
Yeah, opener wasn't the easiest, but it moved smooth enough. I think that's a pretty good call. 7.5 kilo jump, about a 15-pound jump from her opener here for Cecily as Eliza's attempt at 110 is a good lift. Caitlin Corpus is going to take the same 110 kilos. Good control on the descent there. And, oh, yeah, strength not quite there for Cecily, but she's got another attempt to come back, take a shot at it. 2.5 kilos under Caitlin's personal best. Doesn't look to be at her best in the squad. Her best in the squad was 225 kilos, 496 pounds. And she finished with 207.5 and hit that successfully on her third, but didn't look like the easiest, but maybe she's feeling a little stronger on the bench press. Oh, yeah, sure enough. Sure looks like a good lift.
PJ Jones up on platform 2, moving up to 85 kilos on the bar.
Again, took a little effort on her first attempt, but I would say just a 2.5 kilo jump. I expect to see a good one from her. Ooh, having to fight for it.
Gets it up.
Let's see. Judges might not like the technical aspects of it, but two of them do. One of them doesn't. That's a good lift. Not sure how much she has left for her third attempt there. As Antara Jackson, very smooth 112.5 kilos. Still, oh, no lift. She got 2 reds for a technical issue. And Kimberly Johnson feeling strong today.
Going for a 1:55 second attempt. This would be a new national open bench record. This is just her second attempt.
And we're approaching 3 times body weight numbers for her on the bench press. Kimberly 33 meets under her belt. The whole Johnson family out of Wisconsin, very strong lifters. As Julia, 87.5, 2-to-1 good lift. Yeah, Kimberly took a shot on her third squat attempt at an open national record. Couldn't quite stand up with it. She wants that open bench record. Going for it on her second. Takes a while to get that press command. It's moving. Getting it back over those shoulders, staying with it. Fighting through it. She gets it up. What did the judges say? Oh, yeah, open national record. National record for Kimmy Johnson with 1 attempt to spare is Amanda Carroll. Looks good. What did the judges say? Yeah, 2.5 kilo PR. Looking good. It's going to be interesting to see what Kimmy Johnson decides to do on her third attempt.
Yeah.
Because that took a bit of a fight.
Yeah.
And, you don't have to take all 3 of your attempts. I don't know if some lifters are aware of that, Kyle. You don't have to take all 3 of your attempts.
Already got the open record. How much does she want to push herself for that third?
That's exactly right. Because, again, you've got to keep in mind the equipped lifting, being in that gear takes so much more out of you than raw lifting. So you really got to keep in mind, you got to finish with a pull too.
Yeah, you got 3 deadlifts left.
You got a hard lift to finish with there. So it would not surprise me if Kimmy decides to skip her third attempt. It's a very smooth second from Kelsey McCarthy. Yeah, no doubts about it. 172.5 kilos, still 10 kilos under her personal best. It's Lucy, very strong second attempt to tie her PR. Yeah, that's 3 whites, no doubt about it.
We move to our third and last bench presses over on platform 1. Stephanie would take the bench, moving up to 52.5 kilos. This will tie her personal best. Moving up 2.5 from her second attempt.
Likewise on platform 2, Francis had a great day of squatting, looking to tie her personal bench press record. 110 kilos, 242 freedom units. And yeah, gravity a little too strong on platform 1 for Stephanie. She's 2 for 3 in the bench. Yeah. Oh yeah, no problem for Francis. 2-to-1 good lift. Yeah, red light from the head judge, side judges liked it. As Hannah, who could have thrown that opener right through the ceiling tiles of the ballroom. Looking to take a 5 kilo PR here already on her second attempt. Looked great, very strong in the squat. She's having a real good day despite a cross-country trip from Pennsylvania. As Ava going for 72.5, she seems happy with it. Is that going to be a 2.5 kilo PR for her? It is. Good lifting so far from her is Elise Yeager. Coming out of Taylor, South Carolina. Already hit a 2.5 kilo PR on her second attempt. Looking for a 7.5 kilo PR on her third. As, oh yeah, Hannah's still warming up.
That was easy. That did not look like a PR for her.
So let's see what she calls for. It has not struggled at all on either of her bench attempts. I say just send it, swing for the fences on that third attempt there. So Elise Yeager taking out 75 kilos on platform 1. You're staying with it, grinding through it. Way to stay with it. What do the judges say? Yes, a great performance, great attempt selection. I don't think there was a kilo left in reserve on either her third attempt squat or her third attempt bench. So excellent attempt selection for Elise Yeager.
Yeah, Danielle Rowley Jenkins opening her second attempt at 132.5. A pretty commanding jump from her opener.
It blew it up too. And her opener tied her PR at 275 pounds. Going up to 132.5 kilos here. Relatively new to the sport, but man, putting up some huge numbers on the national platform here. Anna Gonzalez is going to go for a 2. Oh, look at that. With authority. Wow. Very powerful from Danielle. As Anna Gonzalez, 90 kilos on the bar. Looking good. Yeah, just keeps it just in that right groove there. That's a 2.5 kilo PR for her. Good benching, good squatting. She had a 2.5 kilo PR in the squat as well, so she's looking to be on pace for a total PR here. Good lifting for Anna's Brianna Pope. Already hit a 5 kilo PR on her second attempt. This will be another 2.5 kilos up on that for her third. Cecily Salazar had a pretty strong opener, but just couldn't quite get it beyond the chest on her second. She's coming back for it at 80. This is 2.5 kilos under her personal best. Cecily coming to us from San Antonio, Texas.
Big third attempt here for Cecily. Gets the start command.
Oh, she fought. Wait to come back. Let's see what the judges say. Oh, and just 2-1 turn down as Brianna Pope gets 3 whites, but oh, that's tough. Came back to fight it. Got it up, but was not to the side judges' liking. But still in the meet. 3 attempts in the deadlift to help build that total. Celeste, who's also having a pretty good day, taking 107.5 kilos. Pretty conservative spread for Celeste. She's only 5 kilos spread through all 5 of her attempts. Open at 102.5, 105 on her second, just going 107.5 on her third attempt here as PJ Jones is the lifter.
Still waiting for her to come out.
She might scratch. You know what? I have a feeling, Kyle, she might scratch this third attempt because that second, I don't know if she had any more pounds in reserve there, especially, you know, we talked about how much energy those heavy squats can take out of you. You know, she really had to fight for that third attempt squat, and it was successful. You know, her opener wasn't especially easy, and I think the right decision to just take a 2.5 kilo jump on her second, which she got, but not easy. Yeah, sure enough, PJ's just going to time out. I think a good decision by her to save some energy for the deadlift and keep that momentum going as Antara Johnson, very smooth. Missed on a technicality on her second, was good enough for the judges on that one. 3 whites at 112.5. Caitlin Corpus, Chula Vista, California. Conservative jump from her second attempt. This will tie her personal record of 112.5 kilos as Amanda Carroll having a good day on the bench press so far. Rough go on the squats, finished at 185, which is 20 kilos behind her personal best. And oh, way to fight on that third. Just guides it right into the perfect groove to finish in 3 whites. Great finish for Amanda. She's pretty happy with it too. Julia Maka, he's going for a 2.5 kilo PR. At opener, she blew that right up. Second attempt was surprisingly more difficult than I anticipated. She's going to go try to exceed her PR by 2.5 kilos. Julie coming from right up the road in Reno, Nevada. Eliza Tesler hits a 2.5 kilo PR. Pardon, she's going for a 2.5 kilo PR on this attempt right here.
Yep, bar is loaded for her as Julia Maka takes platform 2, 95 kilos for her final bench of the day. It's 2.5 above her personal best.
And Julia finished with a 10 kilo PR on her squat. She's having a solid day so far. Let's see what she does with the third attempt bench here. Yeah, not quite there, not quite there. Gravity too strong, but again, maybe on pace, I think, for maybe a total PR going into the deadlifts.
As Eliza Tesler gets settled in, 117.5.
And no, not quite there, no. Finishes with 110. 2 for 3 on the bench.
Oh, and wow, Kimberly Johnson's coming up next.
She's going to go for more.
One national open bench record's not enough for me. You know, I want to go for 2. I'm going to break my own record here with my third attempt, moving up to a huge 160. Though that 155 was not an easy lift for her.
It was not, but this is something a little different about equipped lifting, Kyle. You know, you can just make a few adjustments to your equipment, especially the bench shirt, and even though you're attempting more weight, it can actually make the attempt a little bit easier and come up a little faster. So wouldn't be surprised if actually she made some adjustments to the bench shirt, and she is in fact able to get it despite the fact it took about, felt like a solid 10 seconds to get the bar from her chest to lockout. And she doesn't have a very big range of motion either. Let's see what happens for Kimmy.
For her.
Oh, and there you go. Right a lot because she finished with the triceps, gets the rack command.
And?
Oh, yeah, two open bench press records for Kimmy Johnson as Francis tied her PR on her second attempt. Oh, not quite there on her third, so ties her PR, but man. So right there, Kyle, you look at that, how much more technical equip lifting can be. If you just nail that groove, especially on the bench, that can be the difference between a grinder or even a missed rep versus that bar flying to lockout.
Yeah, and Hannah on platform 2 has just been, these bench presses have looked easy for her today.
Very easy. Her opener, first 2 squats as well, just tearing through personal records. Already hit a an easy 5 kilo PR on her second. I think this is a pretty conservative jump, just 5 kilos, 11 more pounds. I would expect her to drive this right up without too much of a problem. It's Kelsey McCarthy, 177.5 kilos. And there you go. Looks like a good lift for Hannah. Kelsey fighting for that 177.5. Gets the rack command. Good lift for Danielle. Oh, and no lift for Kelsey McCarthy.
We're going to have a ginormous lift here from Danielle Riley-Jenkins. 140 for her final attempt. Going into this competition, her best was 125. Moving up to all the way to 140. That 132.5 looked completely easy for her.
Yeah, she's having a great meet. Prior best on the squat, 182.5. Finished with a third attempt of 215. Not every day you see a 32.5 kilo squat PR. I'd be happy with 30 kilo total PR, alone on a single lift. Great lifting today so far from Danielle. So yeah, well in excess of her prior squat and bench press PRs. She's going to try to take it up another 7.5 kilos. 308 pounds on the bar. Summer Smith kicks off that second flight of bench presses on platform 1. Tying her personal best, opening with her competition PR. Sure didn't look like it. Let's see what Danielle does over here. Oh yeah, not quite. A little too much. Didn't quite get it where she needed to. Coming off of the chest is Contrata and Warrior. Open it at 85 kilos, coming from the Duke City, Albuquerque, New Mexico.
And that ends our bench press on platform 2. In just about 10 minutes, we'll kick off with the deadlifts.
And Jessica Morrison, even though she missed all her bench attempts, she's not.
Himself takes the lead. That is big chunk. Wow, what a battle. And they are lighting it up on the platform. Sold out crowd. Got the money's worth today.
for Amaris.
Amaris Garza is
National junior total record.
Yeah, like Deborah right before her opener blew that right up. I'd expect this to be a good one. I'm sorry, the prior lift on platform 1. Stephanie is the lifter now at 165 kilos. Oh, yeah. Sure looks like a good lift, Kyle.
And it is. 3 white lights for her.
For another junior national record.
Stephanie getting settled in over on platform 1. Hoping for 165 here.
Yeah, well within her range. Still 7.5 kilos under her personal best. Good control of the weight coming down. Smooth, staying with it. Not triceps, not quite there today. She's 4 for 6 so far.
very close.
Depending on how her deadlift feels, you can maybe go for a total PR there as Jessica Morrison. 10 kilos under her PR, not at her best today. Bombed out on the bench, so she is not in the running for any overall placings, but
still can get some solid lifts in as she takes her final deadlift of the day.
yeah, absolutely. And that last bench attempt from Stephanie capped off the bench presses on platform 1. So they got about a 10-minute break before we hit deadlifts on platform 1 in this first session of the day. And smooth, strong from Jessica.
3 white lights for Jessica. Good deadlifts there for her. Way to bounce back from the bench press.
Strong finish, yeah. Again, unfortunate. Wasn't able to post a successful bench press attempt. You know, we talked about that's the importance of choosing appropriate openers, Kyle. And that can make the difference between not just being in the meet, potentially making a podium, potentially winning a meet. Those attempt selections just so crucial. As we saw yesterday as well, notably in the primetime session, especially if you're jockeying for position, you got to be aware of the situations there, especially if you're a coach. You know, raw lifting, there's not much more that a coach needs to do other than help you with your attempt selection. You don't need to wrap knees. You don't need to adjust the bench shirt. Nothing like that. No gear to really fuss around with. It's primarily your job to help your athlete with the attempt selection. Put them in a winning position. Slows down a little at the top for Kennedy.
Gets it anyway.
For a 5-kilo PR for her. So
solid lifting today from Kennedy.
Good finish for her. Megan Patterson, next one up, not at her strongest today. Not at her strongest. She did tie her PR bench press, but squat, not at its peak. 15 kilos behind her best. Finished at 140 today. Behind her best at 155. This is still 5 kilos under her PR deadlift. Now that second attempt, while smooth, did not look easy.
But good, just 2.5 jump here.
I think that was the appropriate call. Any more, I don't know how much more she would have had. Let's see what she can do here. Looking committed, tough, and yeah, it's not quite enough behind it there. Not terribly surprised. She keeps her hips in a pretty high position during her pulls. Saw that on both the first and the second. So just not a lot of leverage to get it past the knees there with kind of a more high hip, almost stiff leg approach there. No, Kyle, the deadlift is really the least technical of the 3 lifts in the iron triathlon. But that's not to say that there's not some nuance to it.
However, every lifter comes into the deadlift with their own kind of mindset of how they're going to do it. Each person's going to come in, they're going to do a little shimmy beforehand, get nice and loose, and then they just attack the bar.
Well, this will be a 2.5-kilo PR if successful for Julia. First and second attempts look pretty smooth. I think she's got enough strength here to finish this. Didn't have her best day on the squat. Tied her PR on the bench press. But if successful, let's give her a 515-kilo total. 5 kilos behind her personal best. She fights for it. Still moving. Looks good. What did the judges say there? Yeah, no lift. 2-1, no lift. A decent day for her. Starlyn Simon coming up next. And I would say the regardless of your technique in the deadlift, Kyle, this is the one lift where you really got to come in with more aggression, just raw aggression and energy than either of the two. You know, you're coming out after 3 heavy squats, 3 heavy bench presses. And we talk about, yeah, it's not the most technical, there's still some nuance to it, but this is more about, you just got to, as my old mentor Josh Bryant said, you have to commit to the pull.
Yep.
And likewise, Starlin is committed to it. She looks happy with it. That would tie her PR, and it sure does. All right, so now Morris just stacking, looking to stack the records. So far, both deadlift attempts gave her the national junior total record. This will give her another national junior total record and the national junior deadlift record. Pretty rare.
After already hitting a bench record, nonetheless.
And it's pretty rare to see the same lifter in the same meet hit a bench and a deadlift national record. Usually the kinds of builds that you see conducive to a big bench and a big deadlift don't really cross over, but man, she's looking really strong across the board here. Big 232.5 kilo deadlift. And she's fighting for it. She looks like she's got it.
As her shirt says, she finds a way.
Good lift, good lift. What a day for Amaris Garza. 598 kilo total, just running away with the first provisional first place here in the 84 kilo class. And just a junior, what a performance, not just as a junior, but on the national platform and taking an open bench press national record. Outstanding performance from Amaris Garza.
Just a fantastic day today across the board for her. I mean, this is why you want to tune in to the daytime, the morning session. You never really know what you're going to see.
No, there's a lot more action that happens outside of prime time. I would say sometimes there's a lot more action that's happening. We're already seeing, we've seen record, not just attempts, successful records, both platforms in the first session today. Get some really outstanding lifting. Yeah, Morris Garza got her a whole handful of records. Kimmy Johnson missed national squat record as Deborah Youssef for a 32.5 kilo deadlift PR. Outstanding lifting from her today as well. And speaking of fantastic lifting, Frances Danielle Gnosis also having a pretty strong day. Having to come all the way from the islands, coming to us from Hawaii.
Yep. So they get the bar ready for her. We are just about 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from deadlifts on platform 1.
Kicking off third attempts, the second flight on platform 2. Yeah, Frances
taking the slack out of the bar.
Yeah, using a hook grip there. Could have cleaned that right there. Easy opener for Frances. No doubt about it.
Walks off with full confidence. Cecily Salazar is up next. Her opener, a 157.5.
Yeah, having a tough day. Not quite at her peak, but she's still very much in the meet, looking to build the total here. Depending how the deadlifts go, could still get in PR total territory. A smooth opener at 157.5 for her. I would say that's a good lift. The judges agree. So we bump it up to Amanda Carroll.
Moving up to 162.5.
Yeah, had a tough day on the squats. Hit her opener of 185, but missed both her second and her third. Couldn't quite stand up with it, but bounced back really well in the bench press and finished with a 5 kilo bench PR on her third attempt. So regain that momentum after a rough start in the squats to see what she can do here on the deadlift. Likewise, for deadlift's looking good. It could put her into PR territory. Smooth start for her. A very intentional attempt there. 3 whites, no doubt about it. We go to BJ Jones, who's had a very strong day as well.
Phenomenal day.
She exceeded her prior competition best squat by 95 kilos.
On top of that, yeah, the bench press, 45 kilos.
More than double.
And we're opening our deadlift at 100 kilos more.
Yeah, I'd say, again, we mentioned this on her prior 2 lifts, in the squat and the bench. This just looks like she did what she needed to do to qualify and get here, and she blows up that opener there of 175.
Easy.
No doubt about it. Strong lifting from PJ as we go to Lucy McAvoy. 192.5 kilos. Lucy having a good day, finished with just 5 kilos behind her PR on the squat.
We are underway on platform 1 for deadlifts. Stephanie's opening up with 92.5.
Sparks, Nevada's own Stephanie. 10 kilos under her PRs. Lucy sets up with 12.5 kilos under her PR. Very much was in her range. She finished with a 5 kilo PR on the bench, so she got some good momentum coming to the deadlift as Stephanie on platform 1 kicks things off with a successful opener. We go to Ava Lacasse. Yeah, very easy opener for Lucy with that purple A7 kit. Looking real stylish there. And Julia had a real strong start on the squat, finished with a 10 kilo PR. Went for a PR attempt in the bench press on her third attempt, wasn't quite there, but she finished just 5 kilos under her PRs. Ava Lacasse blows up 110 kilos for her opening deadlift. Julia from right up the road in Reno, Nevada.
Strong opener here, 197.5.
Yeah, very smooth. Great looking opener there is Anna Gonzalez. First equipped deadlift attempt of the meet for Anna, the business operations manager out of San Antonio, Texas. Opening at 140, 30 kilos under her best, very much within her range.
Moves it easily.
Yeah, with the squat suit of choice deadlift suit of choice rather for equipped lifters, that Titan Velocity deadlift suit, which been responsible for so many huge pulls on the IPF stage.
Danielle Riley-Jankin hopes to continue a strong day, opening at 210 on our opening attempt.
Yeah, if she hits this opener, that already gives her a 35 kilo total PR. Sure looks good. And with 2 lifts to spare, she's already got that 30 kilo PR. There's another great lift. Elise Yeager having a great day as well. Again, I think probably the best chosen attempts so far of the day has been for Elise Yeager over there. Easy opener, harder second. And both her third attempt squat and bench press were both PRs. I don't think she could have lifted any more than that. Both were successful. Great attempt selection from her and her coach over there. As Hannah also having a great day. PRs across the board with, I think, strength and reserve on her final bench press as well. Look at that. And she looks happy with it too. Yeah, 3 whites, no doubt about it. Brianna Pope blows up 165 for her opener on platform 1.
Francis comes up for her second attempt. The first one moved real easy for her. She'll be attempting to tie her personal best at 170 kilos here.
Yeah, that's a pretty big jump from her opener. I think reasonable given how easy that was. This will put her within shooting range of her PR total. Best total 475. If successful, this attempt will give her 465. So Liza Tesler, easy opener at 180. 3 whites for her. Francis, haven't seen much use of the hook grip so far in these daytime sessions. Oh, look at that. Again, could have cleaned that weight up to her shoulders there. 3 whites, no doubt about it. Let's see if she makes another 12.5 kilo PR to put her in the total range. Celeste opening 187.5. Sure looks good. The judges agree. As Sicily, 15 kilo jump.
Yeah, wow.
But still within her range. This is still 2.5 kilos under her personal best. Looking to try to hit it. Oh, strong pull off the floor. Looks like she's got it. What did the judges say about it? I'd give it to her. And 2 of the judges agree. 2-1, good lift. So it wasn't at her peak in the squat and the bench press, but she could still come back, hit a deadlift PR to finish. Build that momentum as Caitlin Korpas opening at 187.5, still well under her PR conservative opener there. Not looking at her best. Finished with 207.5 in the squat, which is 17.5 kilos under her personal best as Amanda Carroll sets up for just a chip under her PR deadlift. Yeah, not quite there. Lower body not looking too strong for her today. She did tie her PR bench press, was a little behind her best performance in the squat as Kimmy Johnson setting up for the deadlift.
187.5 today. What a day she's having.
Great day, looking very strong. That's an easy opener for her.
Bars loaded for PJ Jones, platform 2. Second attempt at 187.
Kimmy's pointing out something with the bar.
Interesting.
Not sure what the call was for Kimberly Johnson there. And PJ slows down a little at the top, but looks like a good lift. Yeah, judges agree. Good lift. And
got Tara Jackson up on platform 1, opening attempt at 195.
so wasn't sure for a second what the call was for Kimmy, but she did get in a good opener there as Antara opens with a commanding 195. Same weight for Kelsey McCarthy, who's having a pretty solid day herself as we go to Lucy McAvoy. Had a very easy opener. Just a hair under her PR deadlift. Coming out of the bench with a 5 kilo PR. If she hits this, this will put her just under both her deadlift and her total PR. By 2.5 kilos respectively. Oh, sure looks like it. Oh, yeah, very strong.
Yeah.
Very strong attempt from Lucy. Oh, yeah, and hoping to see a PR from her.
Kelsey moves out with authority. Easy opening for her.
Kelsey's real aggressive when she comes out in the deadlift. We mentioned that earlier. This is the one lift where you really want to come in, commit to it, and just rip that thing off the ground, especially that opener, to give yourself that confidence going into your second and third attempts.
Bar is loaded for Julia Maka. Her second attempt moving up all the way to 212.5. This is well above her personal deadlift record of 205.
Yeah, this will also give her a total record if successful. 10 kilo PR on the squat. That sure looks good. As Ava Lacoste gets a good lift on her second. And there it is, Julia. Total PR, deadlift PR for her with 1 attempt left to spare. Sorry, Ava is the lifter on platform 1. That was Stephanie Bourquin with a good second attempt at 97.5. Ava's going for 125. Oh, no trouble at all. That sure looks like a good attempt, and the judges agree at 275 pounds. Danielle, excellent performance from her.
Yep, currently in first place in this division.
This will be a 15-kilo deadlift PR. Oh, look
wow.
at that. Yeah, just caught the singlet a little bit on the way up, but yeah, no problem at all.
Strength was not an issue there.
And that further boosts her already huge total PR by virtue of the 30 kilo or 20 kilo, I believe, squat PR, bench PR. Now to Hannah as well. Hannah also took a trip to PR City today.
Absolutely. Elise Yeager on platform 1, moving up to 162.5 for her second.
Yeah, another strong one for Hannah. Sure looks like a good lift, and the judges agree. Let's take a look at Elise Yeager from Taylor, South Carolina. Oh, yeah, no problem. No problem. That is 5 kilos under her deadlift PR. She's already got a total PR with one more attempt in reserve. Brianna Pope tied her PR deadlift on her opener, looking to increase that by 15 kilos. Amanda had a tough go at her opener, only got it a little ways off of the floor. Let's see if she can make it. We already saw this yesterday with a lifter on platform 1 where that bar barely budged on her second attempt deadlift. Came back, made a little technical adjustment, and was able to complete the lift successfully on her third. Let's see if Amanda can do likewise. Oh, it's moving. Oh, but no, not quite there. Didn't quite have the leverage for it, but still a respectable performance. As Brianna blows up 180 kilos for a 15-kilo deadlift PR.
Wow.
Waiting for the, 3 whites, no doubt about it. Eliza Tessler bumping up another 15 kilos as well. We're kicking off third attempt deadlift, final deadlift attempt on platform 2 for this session. Already tied her deadlift PR. This won't put her quite at her total PR. Let's see what she can do. Second attempt looked pretty strong. Oh, yeah. Pretty strong third. What do the judges say?
They say yes.
There it is for 7.5 kilo deadlift PR. That put her just under her total PR by 2.5 kilos. And now, Kimberly Johnson looking for an open national total record with this 195 kilo deadlift. Well within her range. Her best pull is 202.5. So very doable for her as Cecily Salazar tries to finish with a PR deadlift. She's got it moving to the knee. She's staying with it, but nah, stalls out. Kimberly Johnson getting set up for this total record attempt. Oh, look at that.
Smiling as it reaches the top.
She's happy about it. Are the judges?
Yes, they are.
You
3
bet.
white lights.
Kimberly Johnson couldn't quite stand up with that national squat record on her third attempt. Hit a national bench record on her second. Wasn't satisfied with that. Came back, hit another national bench press record on her third attempt. And now she's got the total record as well with an attempt left to spare. Let's see what she calls for on her third. That looked pretty easy. I'd say she shoots for a deadlift PR, which would then further increase that total PR. As PJ Jones, a little hitch there. Let's see if that satisfies the judges. It does not. Yeah, 2-1, but for only, I believe it's her second meet, great performance from her as Caitlin Corpus. That very strong second attempt from her, well within her abilities. It's still 20 kilos under her PR. And what a great session so far. Great way to kick off Saturday. And we still have one more daytime session before we hit prime time later today.
Yeah, plenty of lifting today. A lot of good lifters today as well.
Great lifting today.
As Celeste takes platform 1 and Lucy on platform 2.
There was a lot of discussion about the 93 kilo battle in the prime time session, but man, there are some very talented 93 kilo lifters in the daytime session as well. So very much worth your time tuning in to this second session of the day before we hit prime time. Still going to see some huge lifts, huge numbers. Outside of it is Lucy for a 5-kilo PR.
Yes,
and it's
she
a
does.
good lift. Great lifting from Lucy today.
Absolutely.
As Antara had a very commanding opener of 195, jumping up 10 kilos to 205.
This is a weight she should be comfortable with.
Yeah,
She
very
gets
good.
it up.
Definitely not at her peak today. Wasn't looking to hit any PRs on the squat or the bench press, but still putting together a very solid performance. As we kick it over to Kelsey McCarthy. Always coming in with attitude to the deadlift. Likewise, Julia. This will be a huge PR for her, as we already hit a 7.5 kilo PR. This will be a 17.5 kilo improvement from her prior deadlift PR. I'll also give her a 17, or it's actually 22.5 kilo deadlift. Here's Kelsey McCarthy. Blast up 207.5. She's staying with, oh, not quite. But solid performance for her. Deadlift PR, bench press PR. Solid performance from the hometown lifter this session, coming down from Reno, Nevada. So we go to Danielle. Incredible, very impressive performance from Danielle today. Huge PRs across the board. Again, relatively new to this sport as well. A little bit more seasoned than we saw with somebody like PJ. Just blowing through all her PRs. At 230 looked good. It's a 15-kilo jump, but I think still within her range. Is Stephanie. A successful third attempt, 3 for 3 for her in the deadlift. Ava Lacoste looking for a 2.5 kilo deadlift PR if successful. Let's take a look at Danielle right here on platform 2.
245.
If you're watching at home, you might need 2 screens to keep track of the action here, but seeing some great lifting on both platforms. Start with a high hip position. Stiff leg, yeah, didn't quite have the leverage for it. Started with almost a stiff leg position. I think if she was able to start with her hips a little lower, get her chest a little higher, to get a little bit more drive from the legs to get it going, she would have finished it. But
still a phenomenal day of lifting.
Excellent day, and she is in. Even if successful for Hannah, Danielle will remain in provisional first place in the 84 kilo plus category. Hannah also destroying PRs. Look at that. Oh, it stalls just a little, but she's keeping it together. See what the judges say there. Looked good. Oh, but not quite. Not quite. Yeah, she's frustrated, not happy about that call. That was a tough one, but great performance from her. Great lifting on platform 1 is Anna Gonzalez, 162.5.
Gathers himself, takes the lead.